Some touching drama films can be greatly appreciated for their high quality and moving narratives but can only be watched once due to the emotional toll they have on audiences. Many of these films are critically acclaimed, with some, like Schindler's List, going down as one of the best movies of all time. They are also well received by audiences, and for good reason. Such films touch on themes revolving around addiction, suicide, bullying, deteriorating health, and broken families. These dark themes and the way they are depicted with such sincerity have the ability to resonate with audiences. Still, films containing such heavy content don't always make for the best movies to re-watch. The bleak essence of these films is best experienced once or very few times. In truth, audiences are better off watching these devastating films as little as possible to ensure they don't become desensitized to the emotional stories. Luckily, a few exceptionally dark movies make it easier to hold off on watching them again. 10. Scum, 1979. Directed by Alan Clark. A group of guys stand in a line alongside one another. The script for Scum began as a television play that would air on the BBC, but the violence within the story was considered to be too strong, and the script was made into the 1979 film instead. The British drama takes place in a youth detention centre, or a borstal, and follows a young man, Carlin Ray Winston. To survive and become a dominant figure, Carlin immerses himself in the borstal's violent atmosphere. Compared to the production for BBC, the final product is much more vulgar and graphic with its themes. Scum is a tough watch with harrowing depictions of violence, racism, and suicide. Still, the film is an important watch as, beyond Carlin's personal journey with abuse, Scum highlights the flaws within the borstal system that have allowed for such a brutal environment to develop. 9. The Whale, 2022. Directed by Darren Aronofsky. Brendan Fraser as Charlie looking worried in The Whale. Brendan Fraser's career was revitalized at the start of the decade where he ended up winning the Academy Award for Best Actor after 2022's The Whale. Fraser stars in the film as Charlie, a morbidly obese English teacher who only wishes to reconnect with his estranged daughter, Ellie, Sadie Sink. The film earned a mixed critical response, mainly due to its portrayal of obesity and the use of a prosthetic suit for Fraser. Yet, the comeback story of Fraser, and the actor's performance, in addition to the work of Sink and Hong Chow, has prompted audiences to watch the film. Despite its controversy, The Whale is guaranteed to evoke an emotional response from audiences, as Charlie's daily struggles and unsuccessful attempts to reconnect with Ellie are upsetting to witness. However, until the emotional impact of the film has dwindled, one viewing is enough. 8. Requiem for a Dream, 2000. Directed by Darren Aronofsky. Requiem for a Dream. Marion on the Phone. Only Darren Aronofsky's second feature film, Requiem for a Dream, provides a grim look into the lives of individuals coping with drug addictions. The film is based on Hubert Selby Jr.'s eponymous 1978 novel and tracks its characters as they plunge further into their addictions, altering their physical, emotional, and mental states. Requiem for a Dream's bleak tone is unwavering, which makes the film difficult to watch once, let alone twice. Still, the considerate portrayal of deterioration as a result of addiction sets Aronofsky's film apart from others who have attempted to do the same thing. Requiem for a Dream has continued to be praised over the years for its poignant narrative, direction, and performances, particularly that of Ellen Burstyn and Jared Leto, who play a mother and son duo each battling a heartbreaking drug addiction. 7. Leaving Las Vegas, 1995. Directed by Mike Figgis. Nicolas Cage and Elizabeth Shue in Leaving Las Vegas. Nicolas Cage won his first and only Academy Award so far for his performance in Leaving Las Vegas. In the film, Cage plays Ben, an alcoholic Hollywood screenwriter who is struggling in life. The film is based on the semi-autobiographical novel of the same name by John O'Brien. Cage's Ben heads to the titular city intent on drinking himself to death. However, while in Las Vegas, Ben meets a sex worker named Sarah, Elizabeth Shue, and the two form a connection. Throughout the film, the two become increasingly frustrated with each other's behavior, incessant drinking and sex work, but there's an apparent love between them. Leaving Las Vegas can be greatly appreciated for its lead performances and the way it tackles a heartbreaking narrative. Yet, like other films with harsh depictions of dependency, the film is certainly difficult to revisit. 6. Boys Don't Cry, 1999. Directed by Kimberly Peirce. Boys Don't Cry. Pulling inspiration from the devastating real-life story of Brandon Teena, Boys Don't Cry earned widespread critical acclaim and Hilary Swank her first Academy Award. Swank portrays Brandon, a transgender man, in the film, which sees him navigate his identity and fall in love, before being brutally attacked in a hate crime. Like many biographical dramas, Boys Don't Cry does embellish certain details, and people who knew of Brandon in real life have criticized the film for its inaccuracies. Yet, The Facts That Boys Don't Cry does stick to produces a grim film about violence and the actions of bigoted individuals. The film explores a number of themes, including transgender identity, social class, violence against the LGBTQ+ community, and romance. Boys Don't Cry is an important film to watch, but understandably so, it takes a lot for audiences to willingly return to it. 5. $1 Million Baby, 2004. Directed by Clint Eastwood. $1 Million Baby. Clint Eastwood's coach preparing Hilary Swank's character in The Ring. One of Clint Eastwood's highest-grossing films, also happens to be one of his most emotionally charged. $1 Million Baby is centered around Maggie Fitzgerald, Hilary Swank, an aspiring boxer who dreams of becoming a professional. When Maggie begins training with seasoned boxing trainer Frankie Dunn, Clint Eastwood, the two form a unique bond, and the film plays out like any other ordinary underdog sports movie. However, the film then takes an unexpected and dramatic turn. Seamlessly transforming into a moving drama, $1 Million Baby touches on themes of sacrifice and tragedy and sees its characters forced to make one of life's toughest choices. The tonal shift of Eastwood's film wonderfully elevates its formulaic sports story but makes it a difficult film to frequently return to. $1 Million Baby wound up winning 4 of its 7 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture.